Hey, I'm Rob from jtrpodcast.com, and this is old school board game ups and downs, where I look through my collection, I choose a board game, I look at the individual parts of it and give the bits I like an up and the bits I don't like a down. And this time we're going all the way back to 2012, the year the world ended, remember that? And we're going to take a look at the best social deduction game ever, yes it is, don't at me, The Resistance Avalon. In The Resistance Avalon, players are secretly either loyal servants of Arthur or minions of Mordred. Bluff, argue, vote, argue, and argue your way to complete 3 quests for your side first to win. Let's look at the current league tables. A score of +9 is needed to go top of the all-time top 5. +6 should see Avalon get on that table. And over on the pre-2015 releases table, +7 will go top and +4 should be enough to avoid going bottom. Onto the game now, and setup involves getting a number of blue and red roll cards depending on the player count, as well as the correct board. Putting the vote marker and round marker on the correct place, the roll cards are shuffled and dealt out face down. And at this point the game is good to go. You can secretly look at your roll card and lie and bluff about it as much as you want. Now at this point you're going to do the thing where everybody closes their eyes and things are going to happen. Minions of Mordred are going to open them and they're going to look at each other. They're the bad guy werewolves in this situation. Now Merlin is going to open his eyes. He's going to see the minions of Mordred with their thumbs up and their eyes closed, so he'll know who they are. But we're going to look at the rolls a bit later on. Let's get on to gameplay. A round starts with the current start player who has the leader token, passing team tokens to a number of players to fill up the quest for the current round. Now the number of players you send will differ round to round, and as the game progresses you'll get a bit more information about players' intentions, voting patterns, more on that shortly, and how much crap they're talking. It makes choosing a quest team very interesting. It gets an up. Now each player in the game, including the leader, votes simultaneously on that team with either an approve or reject token. More approves and we go to the quest phase, which I'll go through in a bit, otherwise that team is rejected and the leader token passes left and a new quest team is picked. Importantly, a rejection moves the quest track on 1 space, 5 rejections, and the quest is automatically awarded to the minions of Mordred. And this will push the loyal servants of Arthur to sometimes accept a quest even if they think a minion of Mordred is on the team. Also, voting is one of the best and most consistent ways to read the table. Now that's if you could spot people's voting patterns. Voting gets an up. Also, if you need any tips for social deduction games that work, I did a top 10 tips for social deduction games video. Each of the tips is backed by science. And each was tested while playing cockroach poker, and believe me, they all work with a bit of practice. So if the quest team is approved, you go on the quest. The chosen team members will each secretly submit one of these cards, pass or fail. The submitted cards are shuffled and then revealed. Now it only takes 1 fail for the quest to fail, but minions of Mordred need to make themselves not too obvious. For example, if 2 of them go on a quest, you don't want them both to submit a fail. That will give away a lot of information. So there's that. Quests get an up. No fails means the quest passes and the loyal servants of Arthur get a point. But as I said, just 1 fail and the minions of Mordred get a point, and as I mentioned in the beginning, first to 3 points wins. Kinda. Let's quick hit these rolls and see why that isn't always the case. Merlin is in every game and will know who the minions of Mordred are, but they don't know who he is, so he has all the power and is fun to play, so up. But he has to be careful and not be too obvious that he knows things. The assassin is in every game and is the reason Merlin needs to be careful. If the loyal servants of Arthur win the game, the minions of Mordred can win instead if the assassin is able to point out Merlin. Great fun. Up. Percival can be added to give the loyal servants of Arthur a helping hand. He will know who Merlin is, even though Merlin won't know who Percival is. So we can take notes from Merlin's actions and run interference and try to play as Merlin, distracting that evil assassin. Up. Morgana will help tip the balance in the favour of her minions of Mordred. Morgana will appear as Merlin to Percival, so he won't know which is Merlin and which is Morgana. Fun to mess with Percival and try to get him to work for the bad guys by accident. Up. Mordred and Oberon have a similar power. Mordred doesn't reveal as evil to Merlin during setup, and Oberon doesn't reveal to his fellow minions of Mordred during setup. Now these are both good for larger player games, especially if your games seem to tilt one way or the other in terms of results. Now they are good for balancing the game, but they're not going to get a score. Lancelot is on both teams and these players might switch roles on the flip of a loyalty card. They are unneeded complexity and randomness. Down. The player holding Excalibur can force a player to change their quest card after playing it, and the Lady of the Lake holder gets to look at a player's roll card. No, just no. You should only have info on a player if your role reveals their role during setup or you use your deductive work. No. Down. So that's 7 ups and 2 downs for a score of +5. Let's see where that puts it on the league table. Just short of the all-time league table, but there it is. Third in the pre-2015 releases table, just above Carcassonne and below Blood Bowl Team Manager. 5 Tribes still on top, Love Letter holding everyone up. Now be sure to subscribe for next month, as I'll be stepping away from social deduction games and be looking... What? I'm not. Well, what am I? One Night Ultimate. Okay, which all of them. Look, where? Oh, okay. The One Night Ultimate series, apparently. All of them. This box is too big. It gets a down. That's right, the next video started already. Thanks for watching. What do you think of the Resistance Avalon? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified on future videos. You can follow me on Twitter, Insta, Twitch and YouTube at jtrpodcast to support the channel at jtrpodcast.com/donate and /coffee. And finally, find the blog at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.